Brexit talks have been extended again as negotiators from the European Union (EU) and UK begin to go the extra mile in an effort to agree on a deal. But as Boris Johnson said, it was very, very likely the country would leave without a deal. Some think the no-deal talk shouldn't necessarily be taken at face value. A deadline for the talks to conclude had originally been set for Sunday, but Prime Minister Boris Johnson and European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen agreed to an extension. During a constructive phone call last week, the pair discussed major unresolved topics between the two sides, which comprises mainly of fishing and fair competition in business. Mr. Johnson and Ms. von der Leyen agreed to tell negotiators Michel Barnier and Lord David Frost to continue talks in a bid to see whether an agreement can even at this late stage be reached, and while the two sides strive to strike a deal beneficial to all parties, people have largely been gearing up for a no-deal exit from the bloc. Brussels officials have reported Ms. von der Leyen as saying the probability of a no-deal is higher than of a deal. In a statement following the Prime Minister's visit to Brussels, the EU Commission President said, "We gained a clear understanding of each other's positions. They remain far apart. But while hopes of a deal appear to have fizzled, the dooming predictions could just be a dupe from the EU and UK in an effort to successfully conclude the negotiations." Managing Director of Eurasia Group, Mojtaba Rahman, tweeted, "Everyone should ignore everything that has been said by both the UK and EU sides over the last 24 to 48 hours. It's exactly what they would be saying if they were planning a deal. It's exactly what they would be saying if they were planning no deal. It tells us absolutely nothing. Zero. Nada." Quoting the tweet with her own response, BBC political editor Laura Kunzberg said, "Number 10 is adamant they are not trying to send messages to the EU about seriousness, but trying to prepare the country for what is very likely on Sunday, but there may well also be something in this." Ahead of the negotiators' meeting in Brussels last week, Business Secretary Alok Sharma said the UK was not going to be walking away from these talks. Mr. Sharma, however, added, quite significant progress would be required in a number of areas for an agreement to be reached. In addition, both the EU and UK may choose not to walk away from talks as they are fully aware a deal would be fruitful for both sides, while no deal would bring damaging consequences for both the 27-member state bloc and Britain. Mrs. von der Leyen said it was responsible at this point to go the extra mile, despite a series of previously missed deadlines.